Police in Mfuleni in Cape Town have launched a manhunt after an officer was gunned down this morning while reportedly picking up a colleague. Mfuleni is one of the city's crime hotspots. Newzroom Afrika reporter Nasiphi joins us live for more information, and Nasiphi is with the acting National Police Commissioner. Nasiphi, good afternoon.
Well, Hugo, tragic news coming out of Mfuleni, as you put it this morning. A police officer reportedly gunned down in Mfuleni while picking up his colleague. We understand this happened in the early hours of this morning around 6 o'clock, and his car, from the video that we saw, was sprayed with bullets. Mfuleni being quite a problematic crime hotspot area, not only featuring in provincial list, but also on the national list of crime-generating communities. And I am joined by the acting police commissioner, Lieutenant General Musikidi. Ma'am, thank you so much for your time. But details surrounding this incident that occurred this morning are still quite sketchy. What information do we have regarding the shooting of this constable?
Thank you very much for having us. Yes, a tragedy indeed. Sad news to wake up with after so many deaths of our members in recent days. The constable that we are standing in the family home was collecting his colleague to go to work, ready to serve this country as he should. He was a member of border police attached to Cape Town airport, and as he was waiting for his colleague, he witnessed the crime happening. As he responded, the criminals turned to him and sprayed him with quite a number of bullets, taking his life, I must say, unprovoked.
You speak of the number of officers that you've lost just this month alone. I mean, we're still at the foot of 2025. Do we know how many officers have been gunned down just this year alone?
In the past 2 weeks, we have already lost 5 lives. In other countries that we from time to time talk to them to, exchange strategies in terms of us responding, they will tell you that they will lose 5 officials in 5 years, meaning their ratio is 1 police official a day. But in South Africa, with these recent statistics, it's 1 member in every 2 days that we have lost. And every year we'll go and do commemoration in September, and we give horrific numbers of the officials and officers that we are losing. In September, we'll only give you the statistics of the police, but in law enforcement alone, you can imagine that the number that we'll be displaying in September, it's doubled when you look at other members of law enforcement, the traffic police officials that die while they're serving their country. So to date, in the past 2 weeks, we have lost 5 lives, young lives, all of them constables, and all of them, they were killed while executing their duty.
And these numbers are quite alarming. It also highlights how dangerous, communities are, and that lives can easily be taken. Brazen also how criminals act, shooting at police officers in full uniform. We know that a manhunt has been launched now, and police are investigating murder. But what more is going to be done? Are we going to be seeing high visibility of police, particularly in Mfuleni, seeing that it is a crime hotspot?
You are rightfully indicating Mfuleni as one of our murder capitals in the country, because it's part of our national top 30 stations in terms of the murder rates. And when we identify the trends and patterns of different crimes, we look at the strategies, we look at increasing the numbers of police officials in that particular space to make sure that the response is enough and it's sufficient to respond. But from time to time, we get these types of the reports. It's Sunday morning, and members were, I want to believe that unsuspecting that this will happen. He witnessed a robbery right in front of him. 5 o'clock in Cape Town is already daylight, and responding to that, the life it's taken. So we will continue to revisit our plans, we'll revisit our strategies that we have put in place and make sure that we close the gaps where we identify that there are gaps. When I reported to the Minister of Police, because I'm currently holding the fort in the absence of the National Commission, I said maybe we should revisit that police safety strategy that we have put in place. Perhaps somewhere, somehow, it is not responding adequately, which I think from time to time we really need to review our strategies and put stricter measures in ensuring that the life of police officials is not taken, or a member of a society, a member of public, because losing a life of a police official is the same as losing a life of a person that has put his life to prevent such incidents from happening. Is the same as a life of an ordinary individual who wants to work for his family, and the life it's taken as cheap as this. This member is responding to a person who just took a cell phone and 100 rand and a bank card from another community member, and he also lost the cell phone. Really, you can kill a person just for a cell phone. Cell phones are cheap these days, but we see most of the time people losing life for simple cell phone. So it is that time that we are saying, and I want to agree that maybe we have put these strategies in place, and if they are not working, if they are not enough, because losing 5 lives in the space of 10 days is just too much. We will revisit those strategies and see where there are gaps and how we strengthen them.
Just to piggyback on this conversation now, General, we were inside listening to the top brass conveying condolences to the family. We've seen a number of police officers gunned down in communities such as Mfuleni and many others, on duty and off duty. Will you be speaking or looking at laws to ensure that when a police officer is gunned down, that the person responsible receives maximum sentence?
We are consulting. We are consulting. I think even our recognized labor movement in the police have been calling for review of these laws. That seems not to be tough and hard enough to make sure that those that commit this type of crimes refrain from what they are doing. So we are definitely going to continue with those talks until we are here. We will continue to display our discontent on how the laws are being implemented, and even our colleagues that when we investigate, let us investigate for a good and better conviction. But I think more so after convicting, where they are going, that rehabilitation process really needs to work towards ensuring that they come back and they do not recommit, because we see people that will be killing more than one person at a time.
Unfortunately, General, we'll have to leave it there. Acting Police Commissioner there speaking about this particular tragedy that comes out of Mfuleni, a 32-year-old constable gunned down while responding to crime. We understand that he was due to celebrate his birthday on the 17th of January in just a couple of days' time, turning 33. He does leave behind a child and a breadwinner also for his family. Mfuleni, just in 2023 alone, we saw the stats of the second quarter of 2023, Mfuleni being flagged as a murder capital of the country. Quite a problematic community when it comes to issues of crime, the prevalence of guns, illegal guns, including firearms. However, we do know now that a manhunt has been launched, including more police visibility that we will be seeing in this community, and more news will be coming at the top of the hour.